What's up, YouTube? Zach's back with another attack, and today I have just an impromptu video for you because I saw Logan Paul's vlog where he showed a dead body. Essentially, he went to Japan and went to this forest that's supposed to be haunted, but it's also known as the Suicide Forest. And he expected this to be a fun vlog. He expected it to just be something fun and silly where they talked about it being haunted and camped there, and then they ended up seeing a dead body hanging from a tree, showed it on the vlog, and there's a lot of backlash. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this, but if you haven't, then that's what happened. I just watched the video. It's been deleted from Logan Paul's channel, but it has surfaced in other channels. People have reposted it and things like that. So I've seen it. If you're sensitive to anything, you can watch it yourself. If you're not, I don't recommend watching it. It doesn't show anything really. It's all blurred out, which is good. I respect Logan Paul for that, but I have no respect for him posting that in the first place, even thinking that it was okay to post that. And after they saw this dead body hanging from a tree, they decided to say that suicide is not the answer. People love you. You can get help. And I totally think that that should have been the very first thing, even if they didn't see anything. Even if it was just a fun vlog going into a forest that's supposed to be haunted, trying to see what happens, you know, camping there, whatever. The first thing they said should have been, we're going into Suicide Forest, but suicide's not the answer. If you're depressed, if you have issues, if things are going on, don't turn to depression. Don't turn to suicide. There's other ways people can help you. And I'm sorry if this isn't the most edited video. I don't plan on editing this at all, just because I'm just sitting down and expressing and fuming a little bit because this video is just stunning me. Logan Paul and Jake Paul are supposed to be these huge YouTubers, and they're like the face of YouTube. Even in the YouTube Rewind 2017, they were like the main event, if you will. Not that anyone was really a main event, because everything just blurred by so quickly, but when YouTube puts faith in these guys, they have to have some responsibility. Or at least when people who watch YouTube put their faith in these guys and subscribe and watch them, people need to consider that. They need to know that's a huge responsibility. And is it worse to not post a video for one day, break your schedule, or to post something that hurts people? Something that offends people, that makes them hate you, but more than making them hate you or think differently about you, talking specifically about Logan Paul, you have to think about the impact it has on other people. And a lot of people weren't going into that vlog expecting to see that. I think the title originally may have been something like, "We found a dead body in the Suicide Forest," or something like that, but you know, he does a lot of clickbait. At the start of the video, he did say no clickbait, but that doesn't always mean that's the case. And even still, there's a lot of kids who don't listen. They think they want to see that, and then they don't, and it's traumatic, and it hurts them. And if people already have negative feelings, they're already thinking about suicide and horrible things like that, then it hurts me to know that Logan Paul is okay with posting this in the first place. I'm sure the backlash has since made him delete this. I don't know if he would have deleted it if there wasn't so much backlash and people calling him out, saying how horrible it was for him to post this in the first place. But I do have to say that he should have known better. And he has done things before, like telling people at VidCon to look for a briefcase with a bunch of money, or he would run out and cause like a riot where the security guards had to try and help him. That's their job, and some of them ended up getting hurt because of his antics. But he just wanted a video, so he had a drone flying and he ran through a big crowd of people telling them that he was there. trying to get them all wild up, and it worked. It was like the Beatles. They all chased him. It was crazy, but people got hurt. It had serious impacts that he doesn't think about. He just thinks about videos and views, and I need another vlog, daily vlogging, that's my thing. And for a guy who earlier last year, I guess, now it's 2018, whatever, but for a guy that had a little boy say he was his hero and flew him out and made a whole song and music video and everything about that, you'd think that he would think about that kid. You'd think that Logan Paul would think about the children who watch him and the people who are his fans and who he's their hero. You know, my opinion on him doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, a lot of people do hold him in really high regard. And doing things like this is really, really bad, not only for him, not only for YouTube and the public perception of YouTube, but also with people's well-being when they watch this video. And, you know, as it blows up, people are going to hear about it. I was hesitating even making this video because I didn't want to tell you guys about it and have you go try and find it and be impacted negatively by it or anything like that. But when you go into a place called the Suicide Forest, you gotta expect to see something. You gotta be prepared to have that, and that's not something you make a vlog about. There was actual loss of life, and that's not something you joke about. That's not something laughable. That's not something vloggable. Shouldn't be on the internet. Respect this guy. He probably had serious depression and issues and things going on that made him think that hanging himself was the best response. And it never is. Suicide's not the answer. I know, I've been there, and it's not. I've got a video about my story if you want to watch that, but I gotta tell you my thoughts and emotions about this video because he needs to know better. The whole PewDiePie thing was blown out of proportion with him being a Nazi. You know, I think that was a bit ridiculous, but this really isn't, and it's not being blown up as much. So I also kind of wanted to call attention to it because this isn't okay, Logan Paul. I'm very, very small on YouTube, but I think I would like to think that as I get bigger, I will respect my audience and respect humanity in general enough to know that you don't post things like that on YouTube. You don't say things or show things that could potentially mess up people. So that's my take. Let me know in the comments if you want to talk about this. If not, I totally get it. But I'm here to discuss whatever if you want to leave me a comment. In the meantime, though, guys, I'm Zach. Don't you do crack, and I'll catch you in the future.